My dear respected elders, brothers, this month has a khususi special nisbat link with the greatest man after the Prophet to walk on the face of this earth, Sayyiduna Abu Bakr radiyallahu anhu. 22nd of this month he passed away. So for a few moments inshallah we will remember his life and we will pay our respects to Sayyiduna Siddique Akbar radiyallahu anhu. Hazrat Abu Bakr radiyallahu anhu, my brothers, he was such a great man that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, لو وزن إيمان أبي بكر بإيمان أهل الأرض لرجح بهم. If the iman of Abu Bakr radiyallahu anhu was taken and placed on one pan of the balance, and the iman of the rest of the dunya, the inhabitants of the dunya, was taken and placed on the other pan of the balance, such is the iman of Abu Bakr that it would outweigh the iman of all the inhabitants of the dunya. From this narration, we can see the fadilat and virtues of Sayyiduna Abu Bakr radiyallahu anhu. My brothers, now coming and mentioning his name, he's known by his kunniyat. Abu Bakr wasn't his name, that was his kunniyat. He's known by his kunniyat so much so that many of us don't know his name. His name was Abdullah and his kunniyat was Abu Bakr. And basically in the books it's mentioned that someone who had a lot of camels, a huge tribe, someone who was an expert in more or less everything, he was called Abu Bakr by the Arabs. Another meaning is awwaliyat, because he was the first to embrace Islam. He was number one when it came to sacrificing his everything for Islam. This is why he was given this kunniyat Abu Bakr. And also it's mentioned that because he had many praiseworthy qualities, this is why he was called Abu Bakr radiyallahu anhu. My brothers, he has two famous titles. We probably know of these titles. One is Atiq and one is Siddiq. Now why was he called Atiq? There's many ahadith, like for example, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Anta atiqum minan nar. You are Atiq from the fire of hell. You are free from the fire of hell. And then the Sahaba, they started calling him Atiq. And also Sayyidah Aisha, she says that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Sahaba, they were in my home and my father, he walked in. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, if you want to see someone that is Atiq, free from the fire of hell, look at Abu Bakr radiyallahu anhu. He had this title Siddiq. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to him, Ya Abu Bakr, inna Allah qad sammaka Siddiq. O Abu Bakr, Allah has named you Siddiq. And upon occasion, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was talking to Jibreel alayhi salam. And he said to Jibreel, my nation, they're not going to do my tasdeeq, they are going to do takdeeb. They're not going to believe in me, they're going to reject whatever I say. He said, فَإِنَّ أَبَا بَكْرَ يُصَدِّقُكَ وَهُوَ الصِّدِّيقُ. Abu Bakr, he will do your tasdeeq, he is Siddiq. And also my brothers, there's a beautiful narration. Abu Bakr radiyallahu anhu, he said that even before Islam, إِنِّي لَمْ أَسْجُدْ لِصَنَمٍ قَطُّ. I never ever prostrated before an idol. Umar radiyallahu anhu, he said, I saw you upon occasion, you went to a temple. He said, I did. My father took me and he told me that this is a temple, you have to prostrate before it. My father left. I said to the idol, Inni ja'i'un fat'imni. I am hungry, give me food. Falam yujibni. There was no reply. I said, Inni aarin faksuni. I am naked, give me clothes. There was no reply. Then I took a stone and I said, save yourself. I threw the stone and the idol smashed into pieces. My father, he came and he began to beat me up. He took me to my mother and my mother said, don't say anything to Abu Bakr. Why? Because this son of mine is special. Because when he was to be born, I heard a caller call out saying, Ya amatallah ala tahqiq, abshiri bil waladil atiq, ismuhu fis sama siddiq, li Muhammadin sahibun wa rafiq. The O female servant of Allah, glad tidings to you of a son, Atiq, whose name in the heavens will be Siddiq, and he will be the companion and the friend of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So this is why he had these titles, my brother.